Today I'm shaping this leg to refine it a little bit more for this pedestal table. I've got some areas on the leg where it's still a little thicker than I'd like it to be. So I'm going to shave that down. Here I'm just measuring and marking with chalk. This is a draw knife. It's a large blade with two handles that you just pull through the wood. Going across the grain like this isn't ideal, so I end up not sticking with this for long. Now I'm using a wood rasp. This is my sharpest wood rasp and removes the most material. Someone recently told me one of the key ways to keep balance in your life is to make sure you take time to slow things down. So I like to do as much work as I can with hand tools when I'm in my shop. Taking a small amount of material with each stroke of my hand is relaxing and calming in a way that running a power tool through a piece of wood just can't compete with. Using the rasp, I can go back and forth, bringing one edge down, bringing the other edge down, and then meeting in the middle and pulling all that material back. Here I decide to switch to a chisel where there's lots of room to take a fair amount of material off all at once. Getting nice and close to that line so that I can chase it in with the rasp. This is a rasp that I've saved for years. It's got a really dull side to it. And I like that for burnishing these corners. It takes a small amount of material each pass, but it's not too aggressive. Then I can switch over to sandpaper and smooth those corners out. Now I'll switch back and forth from sanding to rasping, occasionally using the dull rasp, occasionally using the aggressive sharp rasp, and 80 grit sandpaper. The end result for this project will be that I take a card scraper and burnish all of the edges and corners of the piece. Here I'm taking this corner down with that dull rasp, and you can see that it doesn't take very much material at once, and because the teeth aren't especially sharp, it almost rounds it over more than it cuts the material off. Just preparing it to give it a nice uniform edge that I can sand to a smooth finish. This is my favorite part. When a straight piece of wood gets curves cut into it, you see this pop of the grain in all different patterns and waves. This is another thing that's especially satisfying about working with hand tools, is this revelation comes slowly and organically, and it moves fluidly. As the piece gets smoother and smoother, I decide to give a test run on my card scrapers and see how the eventual finish will come out. A little bit more sanding here, still with the 80 grit, which is rougher than the card scraper, but the card scraper revealed a few spots that I needed to smooth out. And here we're back to the card scraper, just in this one area, just to give you an idea of what it'll eventually look like. And here's a pretty good look, and you can see here where I haven't scraped it, it's quite a bit more dull. There's the seams, and that's the piece. Still working away. Thanks for watching.